Welcome back everyone, Noxguy here with another Destiny video, and today I'm going to be bringing you a walkthrough of King's Fall. This is going to be a multi-part video. This first part is just a general overview of the area to get through the portal and all the jumps to get to the first room. Now the first step is these relics. They're going to be two halves. Basically each half is going to be to make a whole relic. You have to obtain both relics and you have to return them to the statues in the center by a Court of Orcs. The relics do not spawn very far. Once you have both relics, you're going to slam them both at the same time in the statue. You only have a certain amount of time after you picked up the first relic before they implode, so you have to make it back quick. After you've slammed the relic in the statue, they pretty much implode really quick. And for you to find these relics, they spawn on both sides of the Court of Orcs, and it's best to split into groups of 2 or 3 to clear off both sides, because as you hold the relic, you're not going to be able to shoot. Now there's going to be 6 separate statues, so you'll have to repeat this step. If you're to die with the relic in your hand, it won't restart the entire thing, it'll just put you back 1 step. You are able to melee with the relic. I don't recommend it if the damage is high, but if you want to, you can melee things. Once you've completed the last statue by bringing both the relics, you're actually going to have the portal in the Court of Orcs open. Once you've made it through the portal, there's one chest right in the first room that you can obtain some materials from. I'm not 100% sure on all the drops for it yet. The first room, there's a bunch of large swinging lanterns or urns. Anytime you can have a better controlled jump, I would probably suggest using it for a hunter. My preferred preference was either having a double or triple jump and using the Bones of Ao to have an additional jump. Now for this next room, there's going to be a large ship that you have to jump on top of. You're basically going to be riding the ship. There's a lot of different ships that spawn in different locations. You have to be pretty observant. You can continue watching this part of the video to see where you have to jump and which direction you have to come from. Like I said, if you're a hunter, you will have to use, I tried every single jump on this last part further on, but I would suggest putting on double or triple jump to make sure you have better control of your jump and you can get a little bit more distance. And also, I would suggest using the Bones of Ao. We did fail quite a bit at this, mainly because we weren't sure about which direction you can go to. This first platform that we're about to jump on right here, this is actually a checkpoint. Once you've reached this platform, if you die beyond this point, you will respawn on this platform. Right here, I actually put on the Bones of Ao and I switched to triple jump again. Mainly because there's an area further on where there's going to be 2 ships gliding across each other. I tried every jump. I tried higher jump, better control. I tried blink, and all of the jumps were not able to get high enough to get on top of that ship to continue to the next part. This was the only method that I was able to actually get on top of the ship. You'll see it here in a moment. Titans actually have it pretty easy. They can use their higher control jump and they can make it up on top really simple. Some warlocks actually, our warlocks actually had a little bit of a problem. Even with their burst jump, they were not able to get up on top of it. One of them got lucky and they just jumped at the right time and hit the edge and it bounced him up. The other guy, we actually had to have a Titan go down and shoulder charge him and hit him up onto the ship. Right here, you can either jump on top of this ship or go around it. basically by walking to the left. I jumped on top of it, but this is the ship that you're not going to be able to get on top of, and this one is also the other ship that you have to go to continue. But you will not be able to get on top of that ship with a hunter unless you're using the Bones of Ao in triple or double jump. And if you have luck using other jumps, I mean, you can try it, but we tried for over 30 to 45 minutes with these other classes and their jumps, and it just didn't work. This is fairly straightforward. A lot of the ships spawn right next to each other. As you can see, the two Titans at the end pretty much ran through this really quick. It's a little bit time consuming, especially if you're on a class that doesn't really work really well with jumping. But for the most part, if you just take your time with it, you make sure you control your jumps, and you try to tell other people, you know, locations of the next ship. If you've already been through this, it will go pretty quickly. Now for this next part, there's going to be a plate on both left and right side, and there's going to be a ship in the center. That ship in the center is actually going to go across this location. There's a shield right there in the center. If you jump on the ship without having both plates active, you won't be able to get past the shield. It'll just push you off the ship. So 2 people, and you can have as many as 4 people jump on the ship to ride across, but as long as 2 people stay back to step on the plates, they can hold the plates while the ship goes through, and they're able to make it past the shield. Now this is just the second part. There's going to be 2 plates on either side, on the opposite side as well. Basically, for us, the rest of us that were left behind that used the plates to let the shield bust open, the people on the other side, they had 1 person on each plate on the other side, and the shield went down. That allowed us to come through. Now after you've completed all these parts, you're actually going to be coming into the first part, what I actually consider the beginning of the raid. Since there's a respawning restriction, it actually says you have a mission here. And this is the very first room where you're going to be dealing with the totems, and you're going to be bringing down the main door to get to the next boss.